I feel we can start now. Okay, so hi everyone, and this is Abhilasha Sharma, your host for today. And today we have amongst us Sanya Kalra, who's a Spanish language moderator and who will be taking this session further. So, the topic for today is, as you can see, career in courses in foreign languages. So, she will be talking about all the career possibilities, all the courses that are in demand, about all the institutions from where you can pursue, or the online learning. So she will be briefing it for all of you towards till the end. And towards the end, we will also have a Q&A round as well. So if you, in case you have any doubts or queries, you can drop it in the chat box at the same time. And I will be the connection between you and the speaker. So I will be filtering out all the questions for her in the end so that she can take up each and every question one by one and she can solve all of your doubts and queries. So for now, I will hand over this session to Sanya and she will give a short introduction about herself and then she can carry on with the webinar. Welcome, Sanya, to Shiksha Online.
Thank you so much, Abhilasha, for such a warm welcome. Hello, everyone. This is Sanya Kalra. I completed my diploma in Spanish, that is followed by a certificate course initially from Delhi University, and that is equivalent to B1, B2. I am a writer by profession. I write poetries and perform as well. And because I had an interest in foreign languages, which is why I pursued Spanish as my major. So let's begin. I first of all thank you all of us for joining, and I hope by the end of this webinar you will have some valuable key takeaways, and it would be worth your time. So beginning with, let us understand what exactly is meant by foreign languages. So in this webinar, we'll be covering certain aspects of learning foreign languages. We would start with the introduction of foreign languages, then we'll shift to career opportunities. Then there would be a small little game for you all so that you can get a real insight if learning a language is easy or not. Post that, we'll learn about certifications, enrollment process, fees, Shiksha Online as a platform, and all the free courses offered by Shiksha. So, for the beginning, what is actually a foreign language? Any language that is except for our native language in terms of a nation is known as foreign language, and it encompasses the term foreign language encompasses all the languages from around the world. It can be Middle Eastern region, Russia, any of the except for a native language, that is Hindi, that we speak. Everything else would be considered as a foreign language, since English is the official language, so we are not considering that as of now. Now, this was what exactly is meant by foreign language. Coming to why one should learn foreign language, so there are a lot of unsung and untold benefits as well that empowers you when one is aware of any of the foreign language. Coming to those, cultural awareness is one of them. Now, what do I mean by cultural awareness? Cultural awareness means that if I know a foreign language of particular place, then of course I would get an insight about their culture as well. For example, I learned Spanish during my course, so I got to know about the siesta. La siesta is a time by which is followed by Spaniards, that refers to the later afternoon in which they rest and sleep. So that is a very popular custom there. So via that, I got to know about the cultural awareness of that particular area, or like as a country. Apart from that, La Tomatina is a festival of tomatoes in Spain. Now, other than that, we also get an edge in the existing market under career opportunities. Like there are a lot of career attached when one has the knowledge of a foreign language. It can be that of translator. It gives you perks in corporate as well. You can go for government as well. Everywhere, wherever you go, you'll find an edge always, and it empowers you in terms of career opportunities as well. We learn that about the career opportunities available by a foreign language in the later section. It also enhances your communication skills. Now, how does it enhances your communication skills? In terms of you understand people who do not and are nowhere connected to you. Why? Just because of the language, because there is no language barrier between you and the people from other countries. and also it bridges the gap between nations. And when I say this means that beyond the boundaries there exists a world where you are able to get in touch with people, you are able to communicate with people just because of knowing a foreign language. For example, if we have somebody come, like came over to our place or nearby places, and we don't know anything about them, and probably they are from France, let's take an example. So knowing a foreign language, knowing French will help you a lot in getting along with them, which is why if you would see, there are a lot of series, web series that help us to know about some little words of the language that help us connect with them. So in that way, foreign language does help a lot. Now, which all languages are available? There are a lot and number of languages available to pursue, namely Spanish, French, Japanese, Korean, Mandarin, Chinese, and many more. Coming to the career opportunities, there are a lot of career opportunities related, or that makes that studying a foreign language makes you eligible for. Let's understand all of these pointers individually. First is the translation. Translation is one of the major aspect and a career opportunity or the career prospects that opens the door when you have done any of the foreign language. For example, me, I completed my English honors degree, that is a literature degree from Delhi University itself, and now I also have the diploma in Spanish that is equivalent to B2 level. I can go for translator as well. Translator are one of the highest paid jobs as well, and translation is one of the most pursued career as well uh, after pursuing any foreign language course. Next, business and global marketing, of course, like especially focusing on the export and import business, knowing foreign languages helps a lot. And coming to the global marketing standards, there are businesses, there are marketing agencies that focuses on global markets or global business. They're having known or having the knowledge of foreign language helps a lot. It would keep you at like 10 times ahead of the people who do not know the foreign language. Why? Because if you know the foreign language or the language in which, or in the or the language of the country where the business is taken forward or extended, then the business would also value you because you are able to put forth their ideas and pitch their ideas as well with those people without the translation, one-on-one conversation. So in that way you can get ahead with the business and global marketing market as well. Coming to education, of course, education is one of the most prevailed career opportunities for sure. And so once you have completed your degree in either the foreign language, or even if you have completed a diploma, you are eligible to pursue your PhD in the same, PhD and masters. For example, I have completed my B2 level diploma in Spanish. I am able to and I am eligible to go for masters in Spanish itself, irrespective of if I did that in my bachelor's or not. So because like I would take my example that I have completed English honors, I have done BA honors English in my graduation. I can either go for MA English, or because I have diploma in Spanish, so I can definitely go for masters in Spanish as well. Why? Because completing the diploma gives you the eligibility to pursue that particular language as a major studies. Coming to the next, government opportunities are also there for the people who know foreign languages. For example, there are Indian foreign services, which of course that is dependent upon your aptitude as well, but however you will be given an edge if you know the if you have the knowledge or certification of the foreign language. Apart from that, also in the diplomacy cases, foreign language people are always given preference. Not only this, for example, if you studied French or Spanish or any other language, you can also get the opportunity to work with the embassies as well. That would be directly for the government or in the government. So in this way, pursuing a foreign language opens your door for government jobs also. Coming to the later one, tourism and hospitality. Tourism and hospitality directly means that having a knowledge of foreign language or knowing any foreign language helps you a lot when it comes to tourism or hospitality, because you meet a lot of people, you get to in touch with a lot of people, and of course having the audacity or the power to communicate with them definitely is a very beneficial point. Last but not the least is the media or marketing, I would say. For example, in these days, content creator is one of the very much prevailed, taken up career, I can say, or maybe some people do it out of interest. But if you have the knowledge of a foreign language, or if you are aware of any foreign language, or if you are certified with any of the foreign language, you can definitely take up media, not in terms of publication, but also virtual media. How? Maybe you can create some videos about the vocabulary. You can enlighten people about the importance of foreign language, or how was it for you. Not only this, but for journals, for newsletter, people, there are a lot of opportunities for people who have already done foreign language. And also for product description in the marketplace only, related to media and news, publications, I would say, there are a lot of opportunities available for the people who have completed their foreign language. I hope this has been helpful for you so far, and I hope that I was able to address some of your concerns related to the foreign language. Now, coming to the some interesting part, there is a this is a small game for you all which I planned. The objective of this game is basically to give you an idea that learning a foreign language is not a difficult task. If you want, you can definitely do it. And interestingly, on top of that, there are some very easy and good similarities between a foreign language and our own English. Since I have done Spanish, so I have created this sort of four picture game in which there is one word written over in the heading, and there are four pictures. So you just have to guess that what can it be. The word written is in Spanish, and you will have to just see the picture, and you, whatever you think that it symbolizes or resembles with the word given, you can choose that. You can like write your answers in the chat box as well. So coming to the first picture, it is sofa. Sofa. So what can it be among the four picture? You can either write first, second, third, fourth, or you can simply write the picture you see.
All right, so people have started answering, and one have both of the attendees have written second.
Perfect, nice. Yeah, so second is the correct answer, because sofa resembles the word sofa, which we use in our daily language as well. That is English. Perfect, great, good to know. Coming to the second picture, carro. Carro. This is the word of Spanish. You have to guess what among the four pictures does that mean.
So they have guessed fourth.
Fourth, perfect. That directly state that yes, you are very much interested, and it is would be very easy for you to understand the language as well. So yes, carro means car. There is because since Spanish is a lyrical language, which is why I have used the pronunciation as carro, carro, because there is double r in the word. Coming to the third, perro. This can be a tough guess, but you can still make it. Perro. What can it be?
Okay, someone has said fourth with a question mark.
Okay, any other answers?
Okay, someone has said second.
Nice, great attempt. Okay, so the answer is second, that is a dog. Dog is called a perro in Spanish. Perfect, great attempt. Okay, now last, it must not be visible, but it is written botella, Bottela. Botella. Just make a wild guess, what can it mean?
Third. People are telling third.
Perfect, great. That is the correct answer. Botella is called a bottle in English. Here, because it is a lyrical language, Spanish is a lyrical language, so we play with the double, like repeated letters. For example, in here it is Bottella. So we don't use la as like while speaking that, but we double L is converted into ya, which is why you say botella. And because it resembles in English in terms of bottle, bottle, like somewhat similar to English. It was fun to see you all answers that. Let's get ahead. Okay, now coming to one of the most important topics about the certifications and what all like certification and aggregations are accreditations are available. So coming me tell you some of the global standards for different languages is DELE, DELF, JLPT, and HSK. These are respectively for Spanish, French, Japanese, and Korean. Okay. Now, some of the common levels that we are aware of and we must have heard people talking of is A1 level, A2 level, B1, B2, C1, and C2. Now, talking it in terms of certificate diploma and advanced diploma, A1, A2 level is equivalent to the certificate course, B1, B2 level is equivalent to the diploma course, and C1, C2 is referred to as the advanced diploma course. Now, A1, A2 covers the basic fundamentals of any of the foreign language. Because I am from Spanish, so I would take a reference to that only. Since I have done my diploma from Delhi University, so Delhi University treats A1, A2 level as a certificate, B1, B2 level as a diploma, and then C1, C2 level would be the advanced diploma. The certificate course is of duration of 1 year. B1, B2 level, that is the diploma course, is that of 2 years, and C1, C2 level is for the duration of 3 years. Now, A1, A2 level is the beginner level. B1, B2 level is the intermediate level, and C1, C2 is the pro level, advanced level. This is to it is to be noted that the minimum level of any foreign language or any level of examination that is acceptable in the corporate world or officially is B2 level. Because when we do A1, A2 level, there are only half of the topics or the fundamentals are covered, whereas in the B2, entire syllabus, entire fundamental of that particular language is covered. And then on C1, C2, the more emphasis is on the communication and in-ground physical practices. This is how it is bifurcated. For example, in A1, A2 level, you would know about the grammar, the basic structures, how sentences are framed, the basic vocabulary, and writing a essay or recipe. Then shifting to B1, B2 level, you would know intensely about the tenses. Like for example, in English, understand it with respect to English. In A1, A2 level, you would learn about present tense, past tense, and future tense. That is it. But in B1, B2 level, you would learn about present continuous, present perfect, past perfect continuous, like that. Similarly, in A1, A2, you learn the fundamentals, basic. In B1, B2, you learn it at a extended version, like more detailed, more emphasis on the functions, applications of those rules. And also you get to know about writing a letter, communicating with people, and creating a recipe. And then in C1, C2 level, you directly go for talking to people. The emphasis in C1, C2 level is on you practically implementing all your theoretical knowledge. So this is how it is. Okay, now coming to certification. Certification can be in terms of certificate, diploma, advanced diploma. And apart from that, there are individual courses as well. For example, Shiksha Online do have a lot of courses which are aggregated to University of Valencia, UC Davis, and Institut Polytechnique de Paris. That is basically the Institute of Polytechnic of France. So there are a lot of certifications available. Just in case if you don't want to do the certificate, or just in case you don't want to do the diploma, you can definitely go for certificates from these universities because these are globally accepted. Moving forward, here is a brief comparison or a short comparison between the traditional and Shiksha Online process of enrollment. Sharing my own experience, like I would first tell you the pointers that in traditional, physical presence is necessary, there is cutoff and merit, there is strict seat availability, and then there is a mandatory rule of having at least 75% attendance. So talking of my experience, since I did it from Delhi University, so for my enrollment process also, I had to be there physically. I had to deposit or submit all my documents physically. I had to get those attested physically. At like I would have to go to the admin office, wait there since when they are free, and then I would get it done. Second, I would also have to attach the payment slip, take it from bank, and then physically get it and then attach it or submit it to them. There was cutoff or the merit list, whatever you call it, for the people who want to join the foreign language. There were limited seats. For example, it's only 20, I believe so, for one course of language, either diploma or diploma or certificate. And then there it was crucial and very important for to have the attendance. Otherwise you would not be able to give the exams as well. That's how it goes in regular college. Now on the other hand, there is Shiksha Online, which here all the opportunities are 100% virtual. The enrollment process is completely virtual. You just have to go for the course you're looking for, click on that and fill the enrollment form, or the like formalities they're asking for. That is it, and then you'll be simply enrolled in that course. It is open for all. There is no such criteria that you have to have such percentage or this and that. It is simply, I would say that is a great point. Why? Because here it is solely on the trust. Oh, interest. If you are interested enough, go enroll and learn. So I believe that is a great aspect to that. And then there is no seat limitation. I believe so. It has maximum number of seats that can be acquired by students or people who want to join and learn at your own pace. What's better than that? Like for me, it was hectic for me because I was preparing for other exams. I was in extracurricular activities. I had my regular exams lined up and then these exams. So it was very much hectic for me, and I do have to appear, like go to the college despite anything, which is why like I couldn't learn that at my own pace. But definitely I believe that you can definitely do that because you do have the option. So this was a brief differentiation between the traditional and Shiksha Online process of enrollment. I hope that was helpful. Moving forward, why Shiksha Online? First of all, it is completely virtual. It is 100% virtual. So you don't have to go anywhere, sit, like travel for hours or anything. You can just simply learn everything virtually, like probably like we are talking right now. And it is fun, I believe so. Learn at your own pace. Like I mentioned, that you can learn at your own pace. There is no rush. There is no hurry that you have to do it in a month, nothing like that. Whenever you get time, because of course there would be some business professionals, working professionals as well, or students who are preparing, or students who are already in their like course curriculum of the college. So you can definitely learn at your own pace as well. They also offer demo classes in terms of, so that you, a trailer sort of the course, so that you get an insight how it is, how would it be interesting enough for you or not. And of course, like I mentioned, that the certificates are from global universities like University of Valencia. So yes, the certification are globally recognized. And for the certification for completing your courses, you would be getting a certificate that is mostly like shareable as well. So you can simply use those shareable certificates at your LinkedIn as well to enhance your profile. And coming to the fees, the fees is also reasonable. Like depending upon the course you choose, the fees may vary. I would say for me it was around 12,000 to 13,000 for a single course. Yeah, excluding the examination fees and admission enrollment fees. This was the only tuition fees for me, around 13,000. So in Shiksha Online, there are a lot of free courses, and at the same time, if you feel like enhancing or advancing in your course, then you can definitely go for paid courses as well. I believe the fee range there fee range there is around 9 to 10K. And I believe that is very much justified because you are getting the global certification, you are getting comfort and ease to learn. So if I myself compare my experience with that, so I would definitely go for the virtual one. So this is all. Now here is a list of the free courses offered by Shiksha. We have German, we have French, we have Chinese, we have Korean, and we have Spanish. These are some names of the courses that we have, like Spanish beginner level 1, Spanish vocabulary. These both are the beginner courses. As the word suggests, Spanish vocabulary would have the regular or daily usable vocabulary in terms of, to like for example, traveling or your daily routine. What words can you use? It's focusing basically on that Spanish vocabulary, building your vocabulary. Whereas Spanish beginner level 1 would have the basics of Spanish as a language. Learning French is another beginner course for the people who are fascinated or who want to learn French. So it would be the basic fundamentals of the French. Chinese for beginners, as the name suggests, would be a beginner course in Chinese. Chinese is one of the toughest, and it is actually the hardest language to learn as per recent research as well. Mandarin Chinese is one of the toughest language to pursue. Then Korean because it is one of the most demanded and popular language because of the K drama probably. and complete German is another course related to German language. Those who are interested and want to learn about German language, they can definitely go for that. Last but not the least, there are two or three pointers that I would like to share, because at my time also, when I was to decide what language I choose, so there was a lot of confusion because all the languages are demanded. So how do we come to a conclusion? So as per my experience, I could share that Spanish is a lyrical language. It has a lot of alignment with English, and also it has also some of the similar rules of grammar. For example, the placement of subject and verb, the same rules is there in Spanish also, and it is practiced in Latin America and Europe. So this was about Spanish. Coming to French, French is also one of the easiest language in among the pool of these 5 to 6 languages. At the same time, it is widely considered and like uh, considered and used all over the globe, and it is also the most used official language as well, French. And coming to German, German is comparatively difficult as compared to Spanish and French. Yet German is another very much demanded language. Mandarin Chinese is tough, very tough, I would say, because this is what I have like learned from people, and they in their experiences when they have pursued their language from embassies, Mandarin Chinese and Japanese, they have found it tough. Probably because the alphabet writing is also difficult and different from English in both of these languages, because there is their own letters and like they create their own letters with lines which may or may not align for you with the regular letter. So this was my take on all those languages, and I hope the session would have been helpful for you all. You can ask the queries if you have any.
All right. All right. So we'll be moving towards the Q&A round as well now. Fine. So I will start with coming up some questions that have already been registered by the students. So we shared a form when we were trying to make people register for this webinar, and there were some attendees who were wishing to join. They shared some of their doubts and queries. So I will start taking up those, and in the meantime, if there is any doubt or query the current attendees have, they can drop it in their chat box and then we will take them over. So I will start with the first question. So how many time it takes to learn basic knowledge of Spanish language?
Okay, so I would say it is not a very time consuming. Like personally speaking, I even though like there were teachers for me, like there were classes but I didn't find it very difficult to learn, because of it, like I said, it is a lyrical language, which makes it very interesting to learn, because you would be saying words and then you'll be laughing out ki, oh, what was this pronunciation, how can I get along? So this develops the interest of learning the language. For example, hola, como estas? So you enjoy hearing that, which is why your interest is constant. So I did not find it very difficult. And second thing, it has some similar rules and fundamentals as per English as well. Secondly, the vocabulary in English and Spanish is also somewhat similar, not completely similar, but yes, at the basic level, it would very much resemble with the English language. So if you feel like pursuing Spanish as your foreign language course, it would not be very difficult for you to learn.
All right. The next question is, which is the most used foreign language?
Okay, so as per the stats and recent latest studies, French is the most opted course, most opted language for any of the person, because like I mentioned before as well, that it is one of the most recognized language officially as well. So all entire the globe, French is one of the common language that people use. So I could declare that yes, French is one of the most used and frequently prevailed across the globe as a language.
Another one is, what will be the most paying job role after learning a foreign language?
Okay, so top paying job roles, actually for every foreign language do pay you well, be it in any of the field. Even if you are at the back end as well, you would be paid good, very good. Touch me on that. But coming to which language pays you the highest is Mandarin Chinese. Why? Because it is one of the hardest language and it is one of the most demanded language as of now. So Mandarin Chinese and Japanese also pay you well because it is gaining popularity and demand currently also. So at top I would state Mandarin Chinese, because and also because of their difficulty as well, which is why it makes people like it increases the competition sort of who aces that. And because the language is difficult to learn, so definitely you would be paid more for acing that.
Okay, another one is how can I utilize it as a career virtually? If there are any jobs that can be done virtually. So I think that question means that.
Okay, perfect. Okay. So if we brainstorm on the career opportunities and career aspects, foreign language can help you a lot for virtually. You can maybe have sessions, you can go for like teaching, because that you can definitely go for virtual teaching, because there are a lot of platforms who are actively looking for foreign teachers for foreign students as well. In fact, one thing that for if you have the knowledge of any foreign language, and along with that you do have the knowledge of Hindi na, you can teach students of that particular uh, country, and then you can dual teach them. Because this happens, like I have acquaintances who are doing this, that they do take sessions of the people from abroad who are willing to learn your language. And so knowing this language would help you a lot, because you are able to anyway understand them and help them understand your knowledge as well. Second, you can go for virtual content creation sort of, like there are a lot of creators, not creators or educators I would say, that they are helping sharing their knowledge with the people, because there is very very less platform or very less channels or very less sources which share the knowledge or which delivers the foreign language as per the Indian market. Very rare. So you can definitely take up that as a career, I would say. Why? Because even if there are blogs, there are bloggers, there are creators, the language or the level of language they use is mostly native. So being from India, you can definitely target the Indian audience in that case. Thirdly, for virtual, there are a lot of work from home opportunities in which there are marketing agencies, marketing companies, uh, foreign companies who are looking for people to support their backend. For example, in fact, Amazon is also there, and some other marketing agency who work for the third company in which they want the content to be written in the foreign language. So in this way also you can probably contribute to that. And apart from that, you can definitely brainstorm more. This is what that strike my mind as of now. I hope that was helpful.
Okay, the last question that was already registered is how can I keep practicing the language? Are there any tips and tricks
Okay,
for that?
perfect. Yeah. Thanks a lot for this question, because this covers a very very important part of learning a language. The key of learning a language is to keep practicing, and it is a very very necessary point to do, because if you do not practice, you would forget and you would not have the catch of the language. So practicing is very necessary. Now, how to practice that? First, there would be books. Like if you start studying, there would be books for the reference. Either even if you do the online virtual course, there would be study material provided to you. Secondly, if not in case if you want it in hard copy, there are some very popular books used by even the educate institutes also to pursue. You can definitely refer to that. For example, for Spanish it was ESF 1 and 2 for certificate and diploma. So it do have all the concepts very clearly and exercise to follow as well. Second, you can do exercises. There are a lot of exercises available on the internet. There are many websites on the web that that creates or give you exercises in terms of pictures, interesting writing exercises, or one word of fill in the blanks. Those are very helpful. Third, you can use helping apps like Duolingo. I would say it is a very good app, but the clause here is that in Duolingo you don't learn. Okay, you cannot directly learn, but you can develop your knowledge, because in Duolingo there are small sentences, there are questions related to vocabulary. So using Duolingo you can enhance your knowledge, but you cannot be dependent on that, because a lot of people think that learning from Duolingo will help them like create the fundamental of language. Of course it will help them in enhancing the language, but what I believe is it may not be able to like create a fundamental for you, because in Duolingo also the beginning is with the basics only, like very very simple words, simple rules. But yes, definitely you can use Duolingo. So I would conclude it in these three topics: that refer to the books, refer to the online available material. There is material, studying material is also there, and then exercise is also there. So exercises helps you to do it on your own rather than just reading what is written, what is not. And then third, you can use external apps also, like Duolingo. And for example, Spanish, you can use Spanish dictionary. It helps you in knowing, in translating words, for example, if you want. And also it gives you a daily suggestion as well to build your vocabulary. So these would be my suggestions.
All right, Sanya, we also have a question starting from the chat box. Also, we have the first question now. What degree should we pursue for translation?
Okay, for translation, it is mandatory for you to have two language degrees. Otherwise, you would not be eligible for translation. Why? Because see, doing a foreign language would definitely state that yes, you have a like you have the knowledge of a degree, right? But in preferable cases, it is necessary for you to do have the knowledge of both the languages to state that yes, you are eligible to translate. For example, you would have great knowledge of any, for example, I have a great knowledge of Spanish, right? But I do not have the knowledge of English. So how will the subordinate party or company would consider me as a good translator? Because they can give me a clause ki no, no, you have only done one language. So it is important for you to do two languages, so that you can, like, you can call yourself a translator, the one who translate for from one language to another. So for the same, you would need to have two, like two degree or documents of any two languages. It can be diploma as well. Like I said, certificate would not work. Certificate is not considered anywhere. If you want to go or pursue it as a career, certificate will not be helpful, because the fundamentals are incomplete in certificate level. This is a fact. And wherever you see, B2 is the minimum requirement. So yes, answering that question, you would need to have two languages to be covered in order to be a translator.
All right, I will be adding further into this question as I also would like to know and for them to understand as well. So, the degree you are talking about, that we need to have the degree in both the languages and it is necessary. So, does it apply to the other job roles as well, that we need two degrees, or
No, no,
it is
no.
only for the role of translator?
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, no, it is only important for translators, since it is a profession and it calls for you to mandatorily have the proof of being the master of those languages. Like translator are also known as the master of languages because they have the power to translate. So yes, in that scenario, they would need two degrees. And also, when I refer to degree, it necessarily not it do not have to be a degree in the foreign languages. Like I said, because diploma level or advanced diploma are also accepted, so yes, we could consider that as well. Coming to other job roles, it is not necessary for you to have dual degrees, because for example, if I consider business as a profession with foreign language, so having any certification in foreign language would be helpful, because there you don't necessarily want to translate but convey. So
All right. So we are still here for any other questions if you all would like to ask. And till then, I am also launching a feedback poll. So I think it will be visible on all of your screens now. You can take a minute to fill this. How was this webinar? Was this helpful for you? And in the further sessions, what would you like for us to consider as a topic of the webinar? Would you like to go with the Spanish language as well? As you know, our moderator for today, Sanya, she has her expertise in Spanish language. So maybe we can reconnect with her and check if she's available for other sessions as well. So she can give you a brief introduction about how the fee structure and career roles are there in particularly Spanish language. What are the scopes there in Spanish language? So you can just fill out this poll, and until then, if you have any question, any query, now is the time as we have reached towards the end of the webinar. So I have seen people filling it out. Okay, I'll just wait one more minute. And if you still have any other question, you can ask right now. So it is open for everyone. Also, there was one question, Sanya, I would like to ask you, which was the most asked in the registration form. So it was regarding the fee structure. So it depends according to the levels, or like if there is A1, A2, B1, B2, so there is a specific like fee structure designed globally, or it depends from the institution we are pursuing or the type of degree we are pursuing. So does it depend on that?
Yeah. So the fees is subjective to the institute, to the course you are pursuing. I would give you the certificates are lesser at fees, whereas diploma cost you more, and advanced diploma would cost you even more. Second thing, depending upon the institute, the cost would vary. For example, Instituto de Cervantes, that is in connection with the Spanish embassy. If you pursue your Spanish from there, it would be in lakhs. And Alliance de France, if you must have heard of, that is the institute with in connection with the French embassy. So the cost there for the 3 year degree course or the advanced diploma course is around 3 lakh to 4 lakhs. That is a three year duration. Whereas coming to private institutes, the like the fee would range from 20 to 40,000 as well. And then coming to government courses like mine, the collective fees, accumulated fees would range from 20 to 30,000 also. So it is subjective to the course you are choosing. Also, why did I mention course? Because the cost of different languages differs and varies. For example, Japanese would cost you higher, whereas French may not. So it is like that. Subjective to the course you choose, the level you choose, and the institute you choose, the fees would range.
All right. I think we will end this session now. And thank you so much, Sanya, for your taking out some time. I know you also have a very busy schedule and taking out time for the webinar. It's a bit tough. Thank you so much for putting in so much effort for everything. And I hope everyone enjoyed this webinar. I hope that Shiksha Online collaborates with you again in future for particularly Spanish language, so we can keep a webinar about the Spanish language webinar. And yeah, we welcome you in Shiksha Online webinars, and I hope you are a part of it next time too. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, Sanya.
Thank you so much, Abhilasha. Thank you for everyone joining. I hope it was worth your time and I would be of some help to address your queries. So, with this, I would take a leave. Buenos noches. That is good night and have a good day. Thank you so much.